Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And the Gamecocks will put total leather and will get started. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Georgia's offense will start this game off. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Looking to throw, it's Acho. Trying to get to it. Finds his big tight end. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
From the gun, running back on the move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. They'll try it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Got it set up on the outside. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Georgia going up tempo. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
To the ground with the back. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better. But
got some room headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Quarterback keeper. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my foot. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got the quick completion. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Washington. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The give on fourth down. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical fourth down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing. Now they get to stay on the field.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Red pass, it's complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Georgia, 14, South Carolina, 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Get up, get up, get up. I think that's what everybody says to their quarterbacks after they take big hits like that. He got the first down, but you don't want to make a living taking those backs.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Got some room in it to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they did tack on the extra point. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Leaves it with the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they see...
Oh, it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get rounded up.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Touch pass on the jet sweep. crosses the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, Itacho. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On second and goal, they go right back to him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's looking to throw it. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Third and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw-and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch.
And he runs a quick out route. This is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got it and still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Splits the uprights. It's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it down the left. And the tackle was made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
What a disappointment. No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Looking downfield, it's Acho. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll try the run. That's a 20. He's got space. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They'll try to add another to their lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Snags a quick pass on the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
But right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Back to throw, it's Acho. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have the butcher passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
No, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. A designed run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's why this quarterback is such a big weapon, guys, because in this area of the field, they can call these design QB runs, get the extra blocker at the point of attack, and go score. And they showed you that physicality there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Offense in a bunch formation. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's ball. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
At the 22. Second down.
Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. The Gamecocks are in the hurry up. Play action. He lost one down the sideline. A strike downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with the QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They are up by just one over Kent State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got them pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Snags it quickly on the left. Finds a crease at the 20. Delivers the stiff arm. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Handoff from the gun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run. Showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. These men stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting a fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Feeling some heat. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field, looking for a productive play on first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. They get to the line quickly.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the move is the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry up. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He'll set up to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It is perfect. after the last drive ended with a field goal. The kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Dogs! He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense, we always talk about offense, but man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and
all kinds of running room. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Trying to barge their way in. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the 4th quarter. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Boy, did they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's out past the 35. He's off to the races. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Georgia going up tempo. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And I love working the slot. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody's like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Bulls his way forward. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. I'm sure these guys on offense dreamed of this situation. Big stage, time winding down, desperately needing a score. Well, now they can make those dreams reality. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Touch pass on the run. The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
He will be stopped short. They can't get the two-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
On on second down, looking again to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for you.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our